objectives for this lecture. At the end of the lesson, the learners should explain what is culture, describe the different forms of culture, and identify the elements of culture. So before we proceed to our lesson proper, we will have our picture analysis activity. Alright, so this is the sample pictures as you can see. What do you think is this? Okay, so if you answer Baliwag Buntalhat, that is correct. So Baliwag is famous for having a Buntal festival every month of May. So here is the next picture. Alright, so if you answer Kalumpit Longganisa, that is correct. Kalumpit is known for its longganisa or the sausage using fresh pork, Batangas peppercorn, Ilocos garlic, and without preservatives. How about this? Alright, so if you answer Bustos Dam, that is correct. Bustos is known to Metro Manilans for its dams. Okay, so this is the longest rubber dam in Asia and second in the world. Why Bulacan is the culture capital of the Philippines? According to Philippine Daily Inquirer, Bulacan is one of the country's provinces with the richest culture and history. So our topic for today will focus in the culture. A culture is a composite multifarious areas that comprise beliefs, practices, values, attitude, laws, norms, artifacts, symbols, knowledge, and everything that a person learns and shares as a member of society. So let us now discuss the forms of culture. First is we have the material or the tangible culture. It is formed by the physical objects that people create. Example are the cars, clothing, books, buildings, computer tools, economic goods, property, and artifacts. So these are the sample of material culture. Okay. So, alam niyo ito lahat. We have the nipahat. Okay. We also play this sungka. Alright, and the kalesa. Next is the non-material or the intangible. So, abstract human creation which you cannot touch. Example are the language, family pattern, work practices, ideas, rules, values, ideals, symbols, patterns of thinking, political and economic system. So, these are the examples of non-material or intangible culture. We have simbang gabi, praying before eating, and of course, the manupo. Okay? Yung pagmamana natin sa ating mga elders. So, let us now proceed with the elements of culture. First is symbols. So, these are the things that stand for something else and that often evoke various reactions and emotions. So, some symbols are actually type of nonverbal communication, while other symbols are in fact material objects. So, these are the sample of symbols. I know you already know these symbols, the opa sign or the heart sign. And also the give me something symbol, okay? And also the symbol for female and male comfort rooms. So these are all very familiar for you. Next is the norms. So these are established expectations of society as to how a person is supposed to act depending on the requirements of the time, place, and situation. So the example of norms are pagmamano. You also have panliligaw, the traditional way of panliligaw. We have the harana type. And the usual way of panliligaw today is through texting. We also have rituals. Rituals are established procedures and ceremonies that often mark transitions in the life course. Okay, so the sample of rituals Okay, for the male or for the boys, di ba? You have your circumcision. So, after your circumcision is you are considered as men, not boy. We also have pagpapapako sa krus or the penitensya every Holy Week. So, that are the types of rituals. And we will now proceed to the artifacts. Alright? So, a society material culture. In the most simple societies, artifacts are largely limited to a few tools. So, the huts people live in and the clothing they wear. Alright, so these are the samples of artifacts. We have the barot saya for the women's and barong for the men's. Okay? These are also sample artifacts that you can be seen in different museums all over our country. So to sum up our lesson for today, culture is the customs, art, social institution, and achievement of a particular nation, people, or other social group.
Cultures of the world!
So, let us move on to our activity. You are going to identify if our culture is tangible and intangible. So, first is we have a reincarnation belief. What do you think is that? Tangible or intangible? Alright, so I guess you answer intangible on our first question. Next, on our next culture, the house and lot, what do you think it is? Tangible or intangible? Very good. I know you answered tangible. Next, we have suffrage. Tangible or intangible? Okay, that is intangible. Next, we have Rizal's monument. What do you think is that? Is that tangible or intangible? Very good. That is tangible. Next, we have democracy. What do you think is democracy? Tangible or intangible? Very good. That is intangible. So I know very well that you understand what culture is all about. So let us now proceed with our assignments for our next activity. First is you need to define what is society. Alright? Next is what are the effects of society in the culture. You may write your answers in your activity sheet. So that will be all for today, class, and see you on our next lesson. Thank you.